This is the Breath of Spirit message from the Institute of Christ Consciousness. And this is Donna D'Angelo with another message. And this is part 2 of Following the Path of Jesus. One of Jesus' most profound gifts to humanity was his trust in human nature. He demonstrated divine understanding of the human condition, recognizing that humanity was disconnected from its true spirit source. He perceived that people felt unworthy before God, which sustained feelings of guilt and shame within people's self-identity. Jesus recognized the goodness in human nature. He saw their souls and knew of the potential that each person could achieve. He always appealed to the higher nature within individuals, elevating self-perception to one of divine dignity. He trusted humanity because he recognized what a person could not see for himself or herself of their intrinsic value. He never failed to appeal to the soul nature within each person, encouraging people to recognize their importance to God. When that inner door of recognition opened to divine love, it changed people forever and secured them on their path of soul growth. He calls us to follow this path of trusting in our brothers and sisters, to see the good in humanity and their soul value. Many of us have tendencies to evaluate our brothers and sisters based on their behaviors and our biases. However, Jesus calls us to a higher standard, to understand the frailties of human nature as being only one small part of the human condition. He encouraged us to come to him, asking for his perception and trust in humanity to align ours, that we may be more loving, patient, and understanding in dealing with human behavior. We have the capacity to grow in divine love for our fellows. Our choice to emulate Jesus and his love is the way to achieve greater appreciation of human nature, following his path that ennobles human life. End of message. I also want to draw your attention to the book, The Women Who Loved Jesus, which is the personal account of the 12 women that Jesus commissioned as his female apostles. In the book, they recall how Jesus was able to see beyond their conditioning of the culture in which they had been raised and were influenced by, and was able to draw out who they really were from a spiritual perspective and to give them a sense of their own divine dignity and worth. And this is something that he calls us to also emulate with our brothers and sisters. Let's take a few moments to drop into our hearts for our meditation. Invite Jesus into your heart. Ask him to show you how he perceived humanity. Ask him to imprint upon your mind and memory system a greater influence that he was able to achieve. We have the ability to imprint upon what Jesus learned as a human. And this will help us in our ability to become more patient and loving with our erring brothers and sisters, and to move you out of your own perception of someone and into the way Jesus sees them. So just take a few moments to enter into your heart and ask Jesus to show you how he perceives humanity, and feel that need to emulate that his way, and just receive. If you struggle with understanding your own human nature, or even have an issue with really feeling more loving toward your human nature, this is a great opportunity to ask Jesus to also convey to you how he sees you and how he loves your human nature, and to help you love it the same way that he does. You can always call on him to show you how he feels about any one person that you might be having problems with and dealing with them or understanding them. Simply go to him and say, okay, I'm having a problem with this person. Reveal to me how you see this person, and ask for the insight you need. And this will help you elevate your own perception out of what you think and what you feel and what you know, and open to what Jesus wants to show to you. There is great goodness in human nature, and we are now living in a time where we are being encouraged by Jesus to cultivate that within ourselves, cultivate the goodness that lives within us, and so that you are able to recognize the good in another person. We have spent many, many years in looking at humans as being evil or unworthy. And this is not the intention our Creator has for us, because our Creator has created us, has created human nature, and it is good, even though we make mistakes and can do some very evil things. But that does not negate the intrinsic value of our humanity. And there is great goodness now to be cultivated during this season of change, when we are being encouraged to develop our spirituality, which is good, which is the divine value of goodness. And so, in doing this and going to Jesus and asking him from a very human standpoint, show me how you perceived your brothers and sisters when you were here. I wish to emulate your path. And he will reveal to you what you most need to learn. When you go about your day, practice the exercise of asking Jesus to show you the goodness in a person that you are dealing with. Exchange your perception for that of what Jesus wants to show you. And just try this as an experiment and see how your perspective on another person shifts. As you do this over time, it will become more natural and effortless to see another person through those eyes of Jesus. And you will be a great support to that person, because he or she will begin to feel more of your love and compassion. And what a healing balm that is to someone who needs a supportive lift. and their own understanding of who they are. I leave you with these considerations and this brief meditation, but know you can always go to Jesus and ask him for his perceptions to escort and elevate your own to a higher level. And the more you do this, the more you will grow in that beautiful divine love, which is yours for the asking and developing. And I thank you for allowing me to share these brief moments with you. And I'll be back next week with another quality of Jesus' human character that we can emulate and become more like him. God bless you and thank you. And may you have a very blessed and productive, spiritually productive week. Bye bye for now.